Let's see what MDP is cooking up for us in today's Daily Dish. Today, he's making a Thai-inspired curry, corn, and crab chowder. So here's what you need. Cooked snow crab, corn, canned or fresh, butter, yellow curry powder, a shallot, chicken stock, some heavy cream, kosher salt, and freshly ground pepper, fried rice noodles, Thai chilies, and fresh basil. Matt, it sounds amazing. I feel like I'm safe to guess this recipe was inspired by a trip you took to Thailand?
It was, Trace. I survived the 24-hour travel time to get there, legitimately 24 hours. And but it was the best. I've actually been twice. I had to go back a second time. The food, the people, the beaches, the hustle, the bustle, and a Thai curry crab dish is everywhere. Super iconic. They usually put a little bit of egg in there. Can be put in rice, could become in a curry or a cow soy format. And this recipe is certainly inspired from that. But you know what, as we're talking about little healthier versions, pardon me, this is a bit of a healthier take on that chowder.
Okay, that sounds good to me. So, I mean, I'm drooling already. How do we get started?
Absolutely. So snow crab is one of my absolute favorites. Sweet, fresh, sustainable Canadian. So what I want to do is I've already cooked that off. So snow crab usually comes to us as a consumer, as a customer, always cooked. And you either want to steam it or boil it. I've steamed this, so it comes cooked. I've got my legs, so I'm just going to show everybody how to pick and get our snow crab out. So what we want to do is, starting with our snow crab, we want to break it from our cluster. I like to score the snow crab trays. So we're just taking a knife, and we want to run it all the way through on either side. Now, you could do that if you were just putting that into a hot pan. So if you want some butter to get in there and permeate and sort of marinate in there, that'd be great. But you just want to sort of run a knife so you can get a nice big piece of your snow crab coming out. So as you can see, we've just got some beautiful snow crab popping out. So we want 2 clusters. So I've already picked 2 clusters here ready to go. So if we're getting into the base of our soup, I've got everything set up. So in our pan, again, simple cooking, nice and easy, but it's all about building flavors and building some texture. So we're starting with our butter. So next is going to be a good tablespoon or more of yellow curry powder. We always want to make sure that you're cooking that through, so that you want the aromas of that curry powder really coming out. So next step up, I'm putting in our shallot, as I like how you say. We're just stirring this through, and again, we're building those flavors. We're building on our textures. They take time. So we're going to cook this, if you're doing this at home, about 8 to 10 minutes to really bring out the aromas. Next up is our corn. So you got about you have 1.5 cups roughly. You could do 1.5 cups of corn, and I just want to bring that all together. Followed by our chicken stock. Again, you can use water. You can use veggie stock if you're wanting to do so too, if you want to swap out, but I like to use chicken. There's just a little more depth there. I'm going to turn up that heat, Tracy, and that would just come to a bit of a boil. So now we've got that coming to a low boil. That goes for about 8 to 10 minutes again, and we're going to add in our heavy cream, 18% heavy cream. This is the part where I know it gets a little maybe not that healthy. We decided to put out of takeout of this one is potatoes. Yeah. We don't need those extra carbs. We don't need that starchiness. We're keeping lean, you and I. All of our viewers at Cityline, we're staying healthy this fall. So I do not have potatoes in there. I want it to be a little bit thinner. I want it to be more about the flavor as opposed to like goopy and thick and all that stuff that comes with the potatoes. We're going to keep that going for roughly around 20-25 minutes. So you just want those flavors to come together. The good news, we've got another one ready to go. We are going to be topping it with our snow crab and as well rice noodles. So have you seen, vermicelli rice noodles, beautiful, super popular in Thai cooking if you make pad Thai at home. So what I want to do, and you'll just see them, we're going to use it as a garnish, as a crispy garnish. And if you're familiar with cow soy, the soup, this is super popular. So in a hot pan, we've got just a little bit of oil going in that hot pan, and I've got that to temp. I want to pop these right in. Just be careful, because they are going to sort of expand a little bit here for you. So as those start to come, you'll see right now, take a look at this. Those start to grow. This is a science experiment. It's hot oil, so maybe, Trace, don't let the kids do this one. But look at those things. They've got a mind of its own.
It's very cool.
Yes, Dr. Pettit. Paging Dr. Pettit over here. We've got a science experiment on aisle 3. Awesome. So what we've done, we've got now our crispy, and again, you can see those pop up just like that. What we want to do is we'll take those off the heat, let those crisp up so they're nice and beautiful, crunchy, but cooked all the way through. So we'll take that off the heat. Again, we've always got to have our hero and our recipe ready to go for you because I know our viewers are hungry. So I'm just going to spoon that right in. If you can see that corn is our texture. We're making this, you know, super clean and healthy. The good news too is that the protein level in crab is incredible. So if you can see, Trace, we're just going to pour our soup. I'm going to garnish with a big dollop of our snow crab right there on top. We're going to finish with a little bit of we'll roll up and cut chiffonade of our basil. So roll your basil leaves up, cutting in super thin pieces. That's a nice little chiffonade. We're just going to garnish on top, followed by a little crushed or chopped Thai chili. Just a touch. Be careful there because those seeds are super hot. And if you see what we've got going over here, Tracy, like we've got our crispy noodles.
Looks amazing. Find that recipe on our website. That's cityline.com.